Hello, good morning, all of you. Morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Okay,
Yes, ma'am, we
we'll
can hear
start
you.
this chapter, the beggar. Good morning, all of you. Okay, my voice is all clear. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Okay. Okay, so today we will start this chapter, the beggar. This is the 10th chapter in the book Moments. 10th chapter in the book Moments. This is a Russian story. This story is written by a Russian writer. And it is a Russian story. In this story, there are three main characters. There are three. All of you mute yourself. Mute yourselves, all of you. So in this story, there are three main characters. One is the beggar whose name is Lashkov. One main character is the beggar whose name is Lashkov. Another main character is a lawyer whose name is Sergei. And another main character is Olga. Olga is a lady. She works as a cook in the lawyer Sergei's house. So these are the three main characters of the story. Lashkov, the beggar, Sergei, the lawyer, and Olga, Sergei's cook, uh, who does all the household work also. So in this chapter, we will see how an alcoholic person, a drunkard, is changed because of the love and affection given by a lady, that is Olga the cook. So Lashkov is a beggar and he is in the habit of drinking. He's an alcoholic person, but because of the love and affection given by Olga, he changes completely. So the story also conveys the message that if you want to change a person, if you want to transform a person, then you can do so by giving a love and affection, as is the case with this beggar, who was an alcoholic person in the habit of drinking, but because of the love and affection of Olga, he changed his habit. He became a good person. He was transformed from a useless drunkard to a good person, productive human being. So, as we read the story, we will find out. My voice is audible to all of you? Hello, can you hear me? Answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So, the story is about a beggar who is in the habit of drinking, over drinking. He drinks so much that he has spoiled his health. He is an unemployed person begging in the streets. All of a sudden, he finds some man, Sergei, who gives him work. And when he is working in the house, this lady, Olga, changes him with her love and affection. And then the beggar is changed, transformed from a drunkard to a good person. So, as we read the story, we will find out how the transformation of the beggar takes place, how the beggar is changed from an alcoholic to a good person. What induced the beggar Lashkov to change his ways? So, as we read the story, we will find out what made the beggar Lashkov to change his ways. Let's read and find out. Kind sir, have pity, turn your affection to a poor, hungry man. So, the story begins. Yourselves, all of you. Mute karo. Mic is unmute. So, So, kind sir, have pity, turn your attention to a poor, hungry man. For 3 days, I have had nothing to eat. So, the beggar is begging in the street. He's telling the people, kind sir, have pity. Write the meaning of pity. Pity, pity. It means sympathy. I will ask you all the meanings in the next class. So you have to write all the word meanings. Pity means sympathy. Pity means sympathy. So here the beggar is begging in the streets. He is saying that have some sympathy on me. Turn your attention to a poor hungry man. The beggar is begging. He is saying that he is a poor man. He is very hungry and he is telling the people to have some sympathy on him. For 3 days, I have had nothing to eat. And the beggar is telling the people that I have not eaten anything for 3 days. I'm very hungry. Please have some kindness for me. I haven't 5 kopecks for a lodging. Kopek is the currency of Russia. Kopek. Kopek. It is the currency, money. Just as here you have rupees and paise. In Russia, you have kopecks and rubles. So it is the currency of Russia. What does the beggar say? The beggar says that he doesn't even have 5 kopecks for a lodging. Lodging means house, place to stay. So the beggar is telling everyone in the street that I don't have any money. I have not eaten anything for 3 days. I don't have money. Uh, that is why I roam about in the streets. I don't have a house. I swear it before God. And what does he say? He says that I'm speaking the truth. I swear it in the name of God. So he's saying that he's speaking the truth. I swear it before God. He says, I can say all this before God. I'm not telling lie. Believe me, I'm a hungry, poor man. I don't have any money. I don't have a house. I have not eaten anything for 3 days. I lost my place through intrigues. Intrigue means deceive, secret plan. Intrigue means to be deceived by someone. So what does he say? That he has been deceived by someone. किसी ने उसे धोखा दिया है. Intrigue. I fell a victim to calumny. Calumny means to make a false statement to spoil someone's reputation. Write the meaning of calumny: to make false statements to destroy someone's reputation. So this beggar, he is telling to the people that someone has cheated him, someone has told lies to spoil his reputation, calumny, speak lies to spoil someone's reputation, speak lies or give false statement to spoil someone's reputation, calumny, fell a victim. So he says that he is a victim. He has been deceived by some people. It is a year now since I have had anything to do. So, and this beggar, he also says that he is unemployed. What does he say? That I don't have any work. It has been 1 year since I have anything to do. So the beggar is telling the people in the street, he is a hungry man, he is homeless, he does not have any money, even 5 kopecks. And for 8 years, I was a school teacher. For 8 years, I was a village school teacher. He tells everyone that earlier he was a school teacher. Hmm. Earlier he was a school teacher, but some people made a secret plan and they deceived him, they cheated him. That is why he lost his job. So he's telling his past story to the people so that they have some sympathy for him. He says that I was also a school teacher, but some people, they cheated me. They made false statements and spoiled my reputation and I lost my job. तो वो जो है गली में भीख मांग रहे हैं और लोगों को अपनी कहानी भी बता रहे हैं कि पहले वो एक स्कूल टीचर हुआ करते थे, लेकिन कुछ लोगों ने उनको धोखा दे दिया जिसके कारण जो है नौकरी चली गई. Some people deceived him, cheated him, spoiled his reputation, and he lost his job. So presently, what is his situation? Presently, he is unemployed. He is begging in the streets. He does not have any work. He is unemployed. He is very poor. Is very hungry, not eaten anything for 3 days. The advocate Sergei looked at the ragged fawn-colored overcoat of the suppliant. Suppliant means someone who makes a humble request. Suppliant. Here the suppliant refers to the beggar. Suppliant means a person who makes a humble request. Suppliant, a person who makes a humble request. Here the suppliant refers to the beggar. Beggar is only making a request to the people to give him some food, to give him some money. So here suppliant is the beggar. My voice is clear? Hello? Is my voice
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So the suppliant here refers to the beggar. The beggar is making a request to the people to give him some money, to give him some food, and he wants the people to sympathize with him. वो चाहता है कि उसको लोगों की सहानुभूति मिले, तभी तो लोग उसको कुछ देंगे। और लोगों की सहानुभूति पाने के लिए वो उनको अपना कहानी भी सुना रहे हैं। He is also narrating to them his sad story that he used to be a school teacher, but some people deceived him, cheated him. They spoiled his respect by telling lies, calumny, to tell lies and spoil someone's reputation. And that is why he has to beg in the street, because now he is jobless. He lost his job of the teacher. And in the street, he meets a man, the advocate, Sergei, another main character. As I told you, one character is this beggar, Lashkov. Another character is this advocate or lawyer. His name is Sergei. So this Sergei, he looked at the ragged. Ragged means wearing torn clothes. Write the meaning of ragged. Wearing torn clothes. फटे हुए कपड़े पहनना. So looked at the ragged fawn colored overcoat of the suppliant. Suppliant refers to the beggar. So this advocate Sergei, he looked at this man. He was wearing this overcoat and he had dull drunken eyes. As I told you, this beggar, he is an alcoholic, drunkard. So his eyes were also drunken. At the red spot on either cheek, and there was a red mark on both his cheeks. Red mark or spot on either cheek, and it seemed to him as if he had seen this man somewhere before. तो सरगेई ने जब इस बेगर को देखा तो सरगेई को लगा कि उसने इस बेगर को कहीं पहले भी देखा है. When Sergei saw this man, this beggar, he thought that he had seen this man earlier also. I have now had an offer of a position in the province of Kaluga. I have now had an offer of a position in the province of Kaluga. The mendicant went on. Here, mendicant also means beggar. Mendicant. Mendicant means beggar. So then the beggar, he said that now he has got the offer of a job. He says that presently I am jobless, but I have got an offer. Where? In the place called Kaluga. But I haven't the money to get there. और उसने कहा कि अभी उसको एक नया जॉब ऑफर आया है कलुगा नाम के जगह पे. बट व्हाट इज हिज प्रॉब्लम? ही डज नॉट हैव द मनी टू रीच दैट प्लेस. He does not have money to reach the place. He has got the offer of a job at the place called Kaluga, but he does not have the money to reach that place. But I haven't the money to get there. Help me kindly. I'm ashamed to ask. So this man, he's saying that even I don't like begging. I'm also ashamed, but I don't have any choice. वो कहना चाह रहा है कि उसकी परिस्थिति ऐसी है कि वो उसको भीख मांगना पड़ रहा है. He is trying to convince the people that it is because of his circumstance that he is begging. He does not like begging himself. Help me kindly. I am ashamed to ask, but I am obliged to by circumstances. Obliged here means forced, compelled. Here obliged means forced or compelled. So this man, he says that I also don't like to beg, but I'm compelled by my circumstances. मैं परिस्थिति से मजबूर हूँ, इसीलिए मैं ये लोगों से मांग रहा हूँ. Sergei's eyes fell on the man's overshoes, one of which was high and the other low. And suddenly Sergei saw. Eyes fell means what? Eyes fell means to see. Eyes fell. It is a just a proverb, uh, phrase you can say. Eyes fell, and it means that to see. So Sergei suddenly observed the shoes of this beggar. ये beggar के दोनों जूते जो हैं वो दो तरह के थे, एक लो और एक हाई. One of which was high and the other low. Probably he had borrowed it from somewhere, uh, and two different people had given him the shoes. That is why both the shoes were different. So Sergei now saw the shoes of this beggar. One shoe was high and the other shoe was low. And he suddenly remembered something. Look here, it seems to me. I met you the day before yesterday in Sadovia Street. So Sergei, when he saw this man, he said that, I think I've seen you somewhere before. And then he said that, yes, now I remember where I had seen you. I had seen you in the Sadovia Street. जो एडवोकेट सरगेई है हमारा दूसरा कैरेक्टर मेन, उन्हें याद आया कि उसने इस बेगर को पहले भी देखा था, सवोदिया स्ट्रीट में देखा था, ऐसा उन्हें याद आया. I met, look here, it seems to me I met you the day before yesterday in Sadovia Street. He said, but you told me then that you were a student who had been expelled and not a village school teacher. And this advocate said that, I earlier also I saw you begging in different place. And at that time you told a different story. At that time, you told that you were a student who was expelled. At that time, you had told that you were a student who was expelled and not a village school teacher. So, this advocate, Sergei, he is telling the beggar कि वो हर बार जो है वो झूठी कहानी बना के और वो भीख मांग रहा है. तो he says that I remember that I met you the day before yesterday in Sadovia Street. At that time, you were telling a different story, that you were a student who had been expelled and not a village school teacher. Do you remember? So he says to that beggar, do you remember begging in the Sadovia Street, telling a different story? No, no, that can't be so, mumbled the beggar, taken aback. So write the meaning of taken aback. It means surprised, be shocked or surprised. So this beggar was very surprised. He just mumbled. Mumble means to speak very unclearly. कुछ धीमी आवाज में बोलना. So this beggar said that no, no. He was very surprised, taken aback, very surprised. I am a village school teacher. And if you like, I can show you my papers. So this beggar said that no, no. You must be mistaken. आपको कोई गलतफहमी हुई होगी. I am a school teacher and I have the documents also. He said, if you want, I can show you the documents. I can show you my papers. Have done with lying. And this Sergei, he is very sure that he has seen this man earlier. उनको लगता है कि हाँ हाँ निश्चित ही इसे ही देखा था. वो बहुत श्योर होते हैं. I am a village school teacher, and if you like, I can show you my papers. Have done with lying. So what does Sergei say to this man? That you are lying. Advocate tells the beggar that no, no, you are speaking a lie, you are lying. You called yourself a student and even told me what you had been expelled for. Don't you remember? तो उसने सरगेई ने उसको याद दिलाया कि तुमने ये भी बताया था मुझे कि किस कारण से तुम एक्सपेल हुए थे. तो सरगेई is very sure that he has seen this man only. Why? Because he observes him from top to the bottom. Everything cannot be the same like this. Our shoes were also of different heels, one high and one low, then spot on the cheek, and the same appearance. So Sergei is very sure that he had seen him earlier because he observed him so closely. He says to him कि you are lying. उसने beggar से कहा कि नहीं नहीं तुम झूठ बोल रहे हो. You called yourself a student. Sergei flushed and turned from the ragged creature with an expression of disgust. And Sergei looked at the beggar with an expression of hatred. Disgust means hatred, right? The meaning of disgust, nafrat, hatred. This is dishonesty, my dear sir, he cried angrily. So what did he say to this beggar? That this is very dishonest. Sergei को जो है और वो beggar बिल्कुल ही पसंद नहीं आया. वो एकदम hatred, नफरत से उसके तरफ देखने लगा. क्योंकि वो झूठ बोल के लोगों से पैसे ले रहा था. So that is why Sergei looked at this beggar with a lot of hatred. This is dishonesty, my dear sir, he cried angrily. This is swindling. Right? The meaning of swindling. Swindling means cheating. Swindling means cheating. I shall send the police for you, damn you. और सरगेई को जो एडवोकेट थे उनको इतना गुस्सा आया कि उसने कहा कि I will send the police. So Sergei was extremely angry with this beggar because he was very sure that he had seen only this man earlier. And at that time, he was telling a different story and begging. At that time, he was telling he had a student who had been expert. So he's very angry because he thinks that this is cheating, telling false stories to the people and asking for money. This advocate does not like all this. So he's very angry with this beggar and he threatens him. उसने धमकी दिया कि मैं पुलिस को बुलाऊंगा, तुम जो है झूठी कहानी बना के लोगों से पैसे लेते हो. Damn you, sir, he said, laying his hand on his heart. The fact is, I was lying. Now see this man. जब पुलिस की धमकी मिली तो उसने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया कि वो झूठ बोल रहा है. So when he is threatened that he will be handed over to the police, then he says that yes, I was lying. I am neither a student nor a school teacher. Then he says the truth कि वो ना तो टीचर है ना स्टूडेंट है, वो सारा झूठ था. All that was fiction. Fiction is false thing. Fiction is false story. So he said that all that was false story. ना ही मैं student हूँ, ना ही मैं teacher हूँ. Formerly, I sang in a Russian choir and was sent away for drunkenness. फिर उसने अपना सही अपने बारे में बताया. Then he told his real identity, that he was a singer. He used to sing in the Russian choir. Choir means group. He used to sing in the Russian group in the choir, and he lost his job because of drinking, sent away for drunkenness. मतलब उसको निकाल दिया गया. क्यों निकाल दिया गया? Sent away means he was fired from his job. Why was he fired from his job? Because he was in the habit of drinking. My voice is clear? Hello? Hello, can you hear
Yes,
me?
ma'am.
My voice is
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So when the advocate Sergei threatened the beggar that he will hand him to the police for cheating people by telling them false stories, then he was scared, he was afraid. And then he told his real story. He told that he was a singer. and he lost his job because of the habit of drinking. He was fired, sent away because of drunkenness. But what else can I do? Then he said कि अब तो मेरी नौकरी भी चली गई, तो अब मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? What else can I do? I can't get along without lying. And then he says that now to gain sympathy from the people, he has to tell them false stories. अगर वो किसी को ये बताएगा that he is a drunkard, no one will have any sympathy for him. So that is why he is telling lies to the people. So he says that now what can I do? I can't get along without lying. No one will give me anything when I tell the truth. Huh? That is true. If he tells anyone that he is a drunkard and he does not have any job, no one will have any sympathy for him. So that is why he is telling false stories. What can I do? What can you do? You ask what you can do, cried Sergei, coming close to him. Work. That's what you can do. You must work. Now, Sergei is very angry with this man. He is a young man and he's begging in the streets. So when he says that मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, तो सरगेई को बहुत गुस्सा आ गया. He said that you can work. What can you do? You ask what you can do, cried Sergei. That's what you can do. You must work. Work. Yes, I know that myself. But where can I find work? तो बेगर ने कहा कि हाँ हाँ मैं खुद भी काम करना चाहता हूँ, लेकिन मुझे काम मिलेगा कहाँ? So he says that even I want to work, but who will give me work? Where will I find work? How would you like to chop wood for me? So this advocate, he offered him the job of chopping the wood. सरगेई ने कहा कि तुम लकड़ी काटने का काम करोगे, chopping wood. I wouldn't refuse to do that. But in these days, even skilled woodcutters find themselves sitting without bread. So he says that, yes, I will not refuse. मैं लकड़ी काटने से इनकार नहीं करता हूँ. But he says that even skilled woodcutters are sitting without bread. Wood cutting work is also very scarce. लकड़ी काटने का काम भी कहाँ मिलता है आजकल. वुड कटर्स को भी बिना खाना का रहना पड़ता है. So he says that even the work of wood cutting is very scarce. So how would you like to chop wood for me? एडवोकेट सेड कि मेरे पास लकड़ी काटने का काम है, तो मेरे लिए लकड़ी काटोगे क्या? हाउ वुड यू लाइक टू चॉप वुड फॉर मी? आई वुडंट रिफ्यूज टू डू दैट, बट will you come and chop wood for me? Then this Sergei, he gives him work. He says that come to my house and chop wood for me. Will you come and chop wood for me? पहले उससे पूछ लेता है. Yes sir, I will. So this beggar, he agrees to chop wood for the advocate Sergei. Very well, we'll soon find out. So so Sergei brought this beggar along